Hey everyone, this is Coryelle Kramer, metaphysical consultant for animals and people. Shorter version of saying animal communicator, seer, oracle, psychic, medium, healer. Yeah, I think that's it for this week. Anyway, this is the animal experience, and I am thrilled to be here with you all. And what I do is I call the animal experience, I shorten it a little bit. I'm into shortening, as you could say. I shorten the animal experience to TAE. So you'll be hearing me calling it TAE throughout the show today. And I want to say hello to everyone. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. I love you. You are amazing, and you are making the animal experience really popular. It's been pretty incredible. This is episode 12. We are now into and on not only YouTube, but also, of course, Facebook. But now I put her on iTunes, on Google Play. I put those links in the post for this video, so you should be able to find it. iTunes, you have to search for The Animal Experience, and you should find it no problem. If you have a problem, let me know, but I've had several people tell me they've subscribed, so there shouldn't be any issues. And as well as there is a very, very good chance that The Animal Experience will be a weekly radio show on the internet. So that's after 12 episodes. I don't even know what's going to happen after the next 12, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm loving it. Jamie says, hey, Jamie. So a little bit about what the animal experience is about, so you get an idea for those of you who don't know, who are joining for the first time. What TAE is, the animal experience is it is me every week coming to you live with a topic that I've learned from the animals themselves. And I thought that it would be really neat to share all this experience, all this wisdom that I've got, as opposed to keeping it to myself over the years. I wanted to share about it, but I didn't quite know how to go about doing it. And then Facebook Live came out, and it seemed like it was the right thing to do. And you know, guys, I am all about, if it don't feel right, I don't do it. If it does feel right, I am all over it like stank on a skunk. That's what I said, stank on a skunk. So I jumped on it, and it has been pretty incredible. And it's a great way, it's a great venue for me to be able to share this with the animals, with you, about the animals. It's an amazing venue for that. And I think it's only going to get bigger. And then all those networks that didn't want me to be on their show, or to be on their show, we can just tell them to go themselves. So that's what TAE is. Okay, that's what TAE is. It is me bringing you the wisdoms of different topics that I learned from the animals. Now, I am always looking for more topics, honestly. A lot of the topics that are on the list now came from you, or they were inspired by you, by a question that you asked me about the animals. So I am always looking for topics, no matter what. So if you have a topic, if you have a question, if you just have an inkling, just send it to me, because that may spark something for me. That may spark something where, I'm able to take it and run with it and come up with a really, really cool concept and really, really cool show. So send it to me, either email through mail@coryellekramer.com, or PM me on Facebook, or, send me a pigeon, or send me, smoke signals. I don't care. Just send it to me. All right. Because I'm always looking for something. And yes, Victoria says, hi, Victoria. She says, I caught it at the start. Yay. So what I'm going to be doing is this. What I'm going to be trying to do is this. I am going to be taking your questions, primarily all of your questions, towards the end of the show. So if you have a question as this topic goes on today, write it out, shoot it to me in the comments, shoot it to me later, and I will answer it. But I'll try to answer it on live for you. So if you have a question, I'm taking the questions at the end. Hi, Serena. Thank you for joining. I'm taking the questions at the end. So please do me a favor and just shoot them to me, because I think it's a nice way to end the show. I think you guys have such interesting questions that, and I can't cover all the bases. I kind of get like a brain fart. I try to put all the information that I can remember in, but sometimes I'm like, I'll forget something. So if you get a question, shoot it to me. It's all good. Okay. So this is episode 12. And what episode 12 is about is it is 100% a topic that I learned from the animals. I had no previous experience from this before I started talking to the animals about it. None. Zip. Zilch. That's not true. I had one experience, and that was the Shirley MacLaine book on it. And that was it. That's all I knew about past lives. I had no idea. So this is episode 12, past lives. Do animals have past lives? Do they have past lives with us? If they do, what does that mean? How do you know? Things like that there. That's some of the questions that I'm going to be answering. And I think it's a fascinating topic because I really was very, 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 very naive about this topic. I thought it was too, I know this is going to be funny, but I thought it was too woo-woo for me. Hi, Jen. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. And thank you. I think you're amazing too. You and Neely. I think you all are amazing. Okay. But these two women have an incredible rescue organization. I call it HBR. It's Hoosier Bulldog Rescue. There is a rescue right now, and I just want to take a moment. I'm sorry. I just want to take a moment because this is important. Last week was on abuse. Episode 11 was on abuse and neglect. And I think it's very important to get that across. But there's also times where you have to take a stand and you have to do all you can in a positive way to help the animals, as opposed to seeing them as poor creatures. And there's this one being that's now in HBR, Hoosier Bulldog Rescue, and he's in surgery as we speak. His name is Louie. I'm asking you all to please send Louie some love, okay? Because he's going through a really, really tough surgery. He had a prolapsed rectum. Say that 10 times fast, okay? But no, all seriousness, he's in bad shape, okay? So if we can all send him love during this episode and send him healing, it would be really amazing. Send him light. That's the way that you take your power back with abuse and neglect. You take your power back when in this powerless situation by really and truly sending love and light. And this is the perfect time to do it. So let's all get together and do that for this boy, okay? And if you haven't liked Hoosier Bulldog Rescue's page, please go and support them and like them. Okay, so going back to what I was saying before, past lives. I knew nothing, absolutely nothing about it. And this topic, along with reincarnation, I think has really shaped me as an animal communicator. It has become such an important facet of my readings, of my sessions. I can't believe that I didn't have anything without it. Neely, I love you. Thank you, Coryelle. Love you. Love you guys too. I can't imagine my readings, my sessions without it now. And I knew nothing about it. So I was pretty naive. So let's go into it. All right. So let's start it out. So I'm going to be looking at my notes every once in a while. Sorry, guys, but I want to make sure I'm getting everything. So let's start it off. What are past lives? What are they? Basically, a past life is a life that you lived previously, And it could be a life from, now here's the thing, it could be a life from this lifetime. It doesn't have to be from 100 years ago. And what I mean by that is you could have come and gone, you could have transitioned and come back in this time frame, in this life. You could have come back again from a different time. Now here's where it gets a little bit, woo-woo, and you got to stay a little open-minded. I've had animals that have told me they have had past lives on different planes of existence, on different dimensions, and different worlds. So you can have a past life can be it could be in a huge array. It doesn't just have to be you were a knight in the medieval times, or 1,000 years ago, or 100 or 600 years ago. It doesn't mean that you were a witch during the Salem witch trials, and that's it. Past life could be so many different things. It could be in so many different ways. Now, what this confirmed with me when I started to tap into the past lives was it started to confirm to me, because when I saw a past life, it confirmed for me that animals can come back as people and people can come back as animals. Now, there have been some people that I've told this to and they've freaked out. For some reason, they believe and they want to believe that an animal stays an animal at life after life after life after life after life, and a person stays a person life after life after life after life, blah, blah, blah. Some do. Some souls do. Some souls have stayed and been an animal, and that's all they want to do, and they want to be different kinds of animals, or they want to be the same type of animals. Some people want to come back as people, and that's it. And they want to live their lives, their past lives, as people over and over and over again. That's okay. But here's the thing about divinity. Okay? It's ultimate. It's open. It can be, there's no border to divinity. So for me anyway, it doesn't feel comfortable putting that kind of limited set on people and animals. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, and if it does to you, then that's okay. I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but my thing is, and this is what I learned from the animals, people come back as animals, animals come back as people. It's interchangeable. That's the way it goes. Okay? That's my experience. You might have had a different experience, and that's cool, whatever. But that's the way it is for me. It really confirmed that for me. Everything about this subject, like I said before, I learned from them. Every single thing. I started really early on when I became a professional animal communicator a couple of decades ago. Not naming times, but it's been a while. So I started to get inklings of the past lives. And again, I wasn't open to it. I used to say, I don't do past lives. I don't do aliens. I don't do fairies. I don't do unicorns. And for those of you who know me, I'm doing all that now. So what they did was they started really banging the door down with me. And I started getting these flashbacks when I was connecting to the animals. And they would be these really profound flashbacks that I couldn't turn away from. And I would see, the beings as they were in their past lives on different dimensions, different planes, different existence, the whole 9 yards. It blew my mind. LSD has got nothing on this. And it really started to really play out. And the more that I did it, the more it starts becoming almost like a movie now. So, but what I found out was past lives tie in really, really, really tightly to soul plans and life plans. So as I became more of an expert on soul plans and life plans, the past lives started to come up and smack me in the face, and that tells me I have to deal with them. So I started dealing with them. So why does it tie into the past lives and the soul lives and the past lives and the soul plans? because I started to see, as I tapped into the soul plans and the life plans, and to recap, what a soul plan is, it's written on your soul what you're going to be during this lifetime. You know, you have this agreement with the universe. I'm going to be the dog. You're going to be the mom. I'm going to be the kid. You're going to be the mom. You're going to be the dad. I'm going to be the son. You're going to be my boyfriend. You're going to be my girlfriend. It's written on your soul, that kind of stuff. So I would suggest you go back to episode 5 and recap with the soul plans and life plans. The life plan is more like what's your life purpose during this lifetime. I am going to be a doctor. I am going to be a lawyer. I am going to be an accountant. Not that there's anything wrong with lawyers. Lawyers are awesome. Nobody sue me. I am going to be a child that kind of like has this interesting life. And then I grew up to become a doctor in Africa. Yeah, that's what it is. So, but what started happening was when I cued into the soul plans and the life plans, I started to see their lives and their souls and their life purposes from before. And it became really, really hard. And not hard, but it became really, really intense. So what it is that there's relationships in non-physical. That the souls, our souls, have relationships with other souls in non-physical. And I don't mean just, sexual. I mean, hey, buddy, how you doing? Let's go sit on the cloud over there and hang out and talk about what we want to do next life. That's what I'm talking about. So there's relationships in non-physicals. There's the souls that share relationships in non-physical. And through this relationship, we make plans about coming back. To meet up again, to see each other on this plane, on another plane, on other worlds. Why? Why does this happen? Well, from what I've understood, it could be a lot of reasons. It's just not one reason. It could be, for some karmic work that's going on. There's what I mean by karmic work is, there's stuff that you need to work out karmically over and over and over again. Maybe you're, you need to work on speaking your truth. And so you're constantly working on speaking your truth and standing up to people and standing up for what you believe in a healthy way. Things like that there. Maybe it's, that you have to work out that in one life you were not good to women. So you're coming back as a woman who's constantly being challenged by men. It's that kind of stuff. It could be, so that's what I mean by karmic work. Some is to just see if they can do it. Let's see if we can, come back and hey, I'll be the donkey and, you be the my owner, or you be my person. Okay. And let's see how this works out. And, it's just for the fun of it. There's also past life. There's also some is just for the experience. Some souls come back and they want, some past lives happen just for the experience of it. We want to grow, we want to expand, we want to become more, and we do that through the lives that we live. And some is just because it's just plain fun to do it. When you get out of all the other stuff, coming down here, this is supposedly the playground. This is why we are doing this thing. This is why we're coming down here, for a lot of reasons. And this is the playground. If we get out of our own way, it's about manifesting, it's about joy, it's about expansion. And if we can get out of our own way, we can realize that and go through that and have fun with it. So going to the next topic. So how do you know if you share a past life with your animal? There are your animal or people or whatever. So one way is to do a past life reading, is to find somebody who does a past life reading. If you're not sure that you have a past life, or you're sharing a past life or whatever, a past life reading will help you understand that. And, there's also, the past life will give you the full story, as opposed to just getting a snippet of it. It's kind of hard to feel your own past life if you're not, because again, it goes back to what I was saying before about being attached to the answer I said that in a few episodes about hearing your own animals. If you're too attached to the answer, you're not going to hear it. If you want to know my past life is with my dog or my cat or my horse or my bird or my fish or my turtle, it's kind of, you kind of like got to detach from it and be neutral, and that's kind of hard. So a past life reading is a good idea, you know, but basically it's a knowing. Okay, how do you know about anything? It's a knowing. There's this gut feeling. Okay, it's a feeling like you met this animal or person before. It's strong, it's instantaneous, and usually it feels like the knowing is coming from the heart, okay, or your gut. I feel it in my gut, I feel it in my heart, I know this being, I know this soul. It's that logical mind is not anywhere in the vicinity. Again, it's like Elvis, it has left the building, okay? Left the building, and that's good, because your logic mind is going to come in and tell you, you are nuts. Past life? Yeah, sure. Okay, well, were you a turtle on planet Juno or something? You know, it's gonna mess you up. So it's a gut feeling. Trust that gut feeling. There's also flashbacks, like I was saying before. I was getting flashbacks with people and their animals in past lives. And, you know, the person wasn't actually, I was doing an animal communication session with them, and I would get hit in the face with a past life, and I would say, look, I got to say this because it keeps hitting me in the face. So I got to tell you this, okay? This is what I'm getting. You've had a past life with this animal. And then I would start expanding on that and relaying what I was getting. And a lot of the times the person would say, you know, no matter how woo-woo I thought this was going, the person would end up saying, holy Christmas trees, that makes sense to me. You know, it really resonates with me. It resonates with you on a deep soul level. It's not in here, it's here. So flashbacks, you get flashbacks, or a deja vu feeling, like you've been through this before, like you met this person before, this being before. Even in dreams, you'll get a dream when you see the lives that you shared, and all are confirmations of PLs, or past lives. So you can have a past life with your animal, and I've written about them. There are people on here now that are some of my clients that have had past lives with their animals. Okay, there's Jen, there's Neely, there is Jamie. There's all these people that have had past lives with their animals who are my clients, who can, you know, don't take my word for it, ask them. You know, it's incredible. Jen even wrote about it, about her dog Journey now. That's an absolute reincarnation past life, you know, and it's pretty intense. Okay, so you share a past life. Okay, why? Now what? What do we do now? Okay, so, you know, be it with your animal, what I want to say, you share a past life with your animal, right? What you want to do is, sorry, I'm spacing out. So you know, your animal, what's going on is your animal could be trying to help you in your life today, you know, and vice versa. We're all helping each other, trying to be more. And, you know, your animal, you know, could be coming back because maybe you're a light artisan, which is what I call a light worker, and they want to help you with that. Maybe you're an artist yourself. Yeah, maybe you're doing good work, and they want to help you and spread the word. And again, it's karmically. So not only is it reincarnation, but it's also, they feel like they're put on this earth to help you time after time after time, life after life after life, you know? So it could be life is coming up for you so you can work on and release things that are no longer serving you. You know, the souls come in for that purpose too. So it's no longer serving you, to let it go so you can expand from it, so you can finally karmically move on. It could be that your soul plan is the teacher-student role. So you're having the past life of constantly being the teacher and the student, and again, vice versa. It's written shared knowledge. It's writing and shared knowledge on your soul with each other. It's really super interesting. It could also be that hard lessons are being learned and have to be learned because, as I said in last week's episode, pain is the touchstone to spiritual experience. And sometimes the most expansive amount of expansion that we can come from comes from pain, comes from challenges. Louis, like I was saying before, Louis is a dog from HBR, which is Hoosier Bulldog. I don't know why I can't say Hoosier. Hoosier Bulldog Rescue. Thank you very much. I said it right. So, and he's going through a challenging time right now, where I was asking in the beginning, let's send him light, let's send him love, let's take our power back with what happened to him, because he's going through surgery right now, and it's pretty bad. And it's from neglect. But just sitting there and crying about it is not going to help him. Let's send him light. Let's send him love. Let's send money to donate to Hoosier Bulldog Rescue, because they have surgery bills that they have to pay. But some of the hard stuff we have to learn, so that's what I was talking about. Some of the hard stuff we have to learn, makes us more, makes us bigger, makes our souls glow brighter. It's true, we come down sometimes for the hard lessons. It's not all happy, fluffy. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not, and it drives us, it motivates us, it challenges us, it teaches us, it helps us become more. Our lives become more, life after life after life. So it might be that they want to, open your eyes to the possibilities of other planes and other worlds and other dimensions. That's why you're getting this past life in this time. I didn't know anything about, again, I didn't really want to know anything about the extraterrestrials. I call them otherworlders. I like that word better. I didn't know anything about them, really didn't want to know anything about them, because I thought that was a tin hat, was going to be the next thing on my list. And that was my ignorance, okay? Whatever, I've grown from it. But I learned about this beginning, and we will go into Star Children, and we will go into Otherworlders from the animals, because I had no idea. And I'm so glad that I did, because it opened me up, like incredibly, like mind-blowing stuff. I mean, I don't have to do drugs, okay? You start talking to the animals, I'm telling you, it's trippy, all right? It's trippy. So that's, it's also going back. Why do they come back? Why is their past lives over and over again? It's plain fun. It's also just plain freaking fun. It's fun to live over and over again, come back and experience life, grow more as a being, become more, and back and forth and vice versa. It's nice. It's fun. So, do animals know about past lives? I've already answered that question. Do they understand them? Yes. Absolutely. 100% it has been my experience. Why? Past lives. Why? Because didn't mean to do that, sorry. So do they know? Yes. Everything, like I said before, everything I learned first from them. Could I have learned it from people? Yes, but I wasn't open to them. I thought it was too much. I thought it was like, I wasn't doing people readings and I wasn't open to it. But I learned about them. I learned about PLs from them. I didn't know anything about that. They would explain it to me. They would show it to me. And it was just something. They became my teachers of PLs. And because of that, do they understand them? 100%. They understand the importance of them. They understand what that brings to the table. They understand how amazing they are, how incredible they are. That this is also why animals understand that there is no death. There is no death. There's transitioning. There's moving from one world or one energy source to another energy source to another energy source. But it's kind of like a game. It's interchangeable. It's like, ooh, maybe I'll play this game of what I'm going to be next. Maybe I won't give too much, information to the universe. I'll just say, just give it to me. I just want to come down as a life. You decide where you need me most. And it's like life after life after life after life after life. And they start, when you tap into it for me now, it's unfolding like a movie. I mean, like a 3D in it kind of movie. And it's incredible what they've shown me. I've had animals from different times. I've had animals from different beings. I've had animals from being different, different dimensions, different planes. Like I said before, it is incredible. And the past life is something that really makes sense, because who wants to think that this is it? This is all you get. You don't get, that's it. You get one chance. You get one life. That's it. That's it. If it feels right for you to feel that way, go for it. Whatever feels right is right. Me, I want to have fun, and I want to be able to really and truly pull the boundaries of what is possible. See, that's what the past lives did for me with the animals. Really and truly, they really started pulling my boundaries of what the possible was. And now I really believe that anything's possible. Immortality? Sure. If you want it, if you believe it, why not? Superpowers, why not? If you can, why not? There's this and so many other topics have pulled my mind into the realm of anything is possible. And it is all a gift from the animals. They did it for me, and I'm hoping I'm able to do it for you, because it has been absolutely incredible. So that's what I've learned about past lives. That's a little bit of what I've learned about it. There's more to it, but that's it in a concise kind of like way of trying to understand it, because I don't want to blow your minds too much. I don't want to blow your minds too much. Okay, my mind is blown enough for everybody. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take some questions and take some comments. If anybody wants to let me know about them, shoot them to me now. I'm going to go back a little bit right now, and let's see if I got anything. So Dawn White says, with Lola and Lexi, it was such a strong feeling immediately, connection immediately. That's if that is what I'm telling you. It's like there is that strong feeling is your indicator, because it is nowhere near the conscious mind. And the conscious mind is the liar that lies a lot, the lying liar that lies a lot. And it will tell you you're crazy. It will tell you you're making it up. It'll tell you you're exaggerating. I love that. You're exaggerating. And you're not. You're not. It's this gut feeling. This gut feeling is your indicator of your connection to your inner being, your connection to divine, that's letting you know, yes, you got it right. So, Serena says, so a dog would come back several times to the same person during that person's longer lifetime. Yes. That's what I covered also in reincarnation, Serena. So you might want to listen back on that. But yes, not only animals, but people too. People can come back. See, this is what people are saying to me sometimes. It's like they're saying to me sometimes, my dog reminds me of my Uncle Fred. Yeah. Well, if he reminds you of your Uncle Fred, he's probably your Uncle Fred either peeping in every once in a while, or he's a reincarnation of your Uncle Fred, or you're having the past life of a time where that soul is coming in. It might not just be Uncle Fred. It might be that soul that was a past life from 1888 is coming back inhabiting that body of that dog. Yes, is Uncle Fred incorporated into that? Yes. But is it Uncle Fred not totally and completely. It is that incorporation of all the past lives. Again, that's a feeling you're getting. I know, it's mind-blowing. So yes, an animal can come back several times to the same person during that person's long lifetime. Absolutely. Sharon Lynn. Every night during a prayer time with my babies, I ask God and the angels to please keep me with crouton and grumpy Colby J for eternity, because I promise them we will always find each other. I think that's beautiful. If Crouton and Colby J, because it's about free will, if Crouton and Colby J want to stay, anything is possible. Anything is possible, because the only thing that's limited is your mind. Now, this is going into another episode, but this is what the animals have brought to me. Anything is possible if you believe it. But you have to, what humans have to do is they have to constantly get out of their conscious mind. It's a back and forth. It's a cha-cha-cha. So yes, it's a possibility. And I think that's a beautiful prayer. And I think that's a beautiful intention that you're setting, Sharon. I think that's gorgeous. I love it. Victoria Kramer says, you helped me confirm some of what I knew, but denied to myself to be true. Thanks for sharing your insight. You're welcome. I'm glad I was able to do that for you. That's awesome. Jen, Ms. Journey's mama, this is the one that I was talking to you about. Jen said, they make it stupid easy. Hey, that's my word. They make it stupid easy, as you have said, Journey did. Yeah, she did. You know, the past life thing and the whole other thing is very, very interesting. And I recently did a reading for one of HBR's fosters for Jen Neely, and I got this huge past life with this beautiful dog, and it was all unfolding. But they do make it stupid easy if you're open to it, if you're open-minded. Excuse me, I'm talking a lot, so I have to take a little water. If you're open-minded, they will. Absolutely. Stupid easy. So Victoria Kramer says again, the new kitten that just entered my life seems like my friend Sue's former cats. It's a possibility. Yeah, why not? Anything is possible. Anything is possible. If it feels right, that's your indicator it is right. Because the second thing that comes in is usually your logical mind telling you you're full of poop. You're crazy. You're nuts. This is no way. Absolutely no way. No way. No way. And there is way. You know, I tell people all the time, the stuff that I see, I cannot possibly make it up. Past lives, in dimensions and other worlds and other planes of existence and past lives from, you know, hundreds and thousands of years ago in Mesopotamia that I know nothing. I don't know anything about Mesopotamia. I don't know anything about Mesopotamia, but I'm downloading all this stuff from Mesopotamia. I'm downloading all this stuff from Atlantis. I'm downloading all this stuff from Egypt. I know the bare basics about Egypt and what I learned in, you know, social studies. That's about it. History. We used to call it social studies and all this stuff. So, yeah, I know the bare basics. I don't know the whole minutia. I'm downloading minutia when I do a past life reading with a person or with a person and their animal. I am downloading minutia that I should not know. How? Because I'm seeing it play out. I don't have this much imagination. I don't. I'm very creative, but I don't have this much imagination. It is mind-blowing what I'm seeing. It is incredible what I'm downloading. So, taking more questions. If anybody has a question or a comment, give it to me. I want to know. This is the time to do it. It's at the end of the episode. Alessandra says, Fenris made it so obvious that he knew me. When I went to the animal shelter to adopt him as a puppy, even the shelter workers commented on it. I rest my case. If somebody who's not tapped into past lives can still make a assumption like that, come on. You know, it's got to be, and I understand, you know, I used to be the same way with past lives. And I'm not saying anybody here is on that. But I am saying that, you know, past lives, that's some woo-woo stuff, man. I get it. The Star Child episode I'm going to have, I get it, okay? It's woo-woo, and I was freaked out when it started happening in the beginning. Ask any of my close friends that excuse me, I called them. I was like, I'm getting stuff I can't believe. But, sorry, but all it takes is an open mind, and your mind will be open to the possibilities. Really. I hate that's on the recording, so sorry, guys. Okay. Victoria says, does timing play into it? Sorry, does timing play into it? Yes, absolutely. But you got to understand, going back to the soul plan and the life plan, it's written on the soul. It's written on your life plan. It's written on your soul. So, excuse me, don't worry about it so much. Don't get so freaked out like, oh, I'm going to miss them. We're not going to find each other. It's written on your soul. It's written that at this time, this soul and this soul is going to meet each other. So don't get so freaked out over, you know, we're going to miss each other. How am I going to know? It's all good. Again, apologies. So get out of your own way. Don't worry about it so much. It's all okay. Timing plays into it, but timing is on the soul, so you don't have to worry about it. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Who else? Anybody else have a question or a comment? Write it down. So in the meantime, that was episode 12 with me choking to death, but hey, it's written on my life plan somewhere, so evidently choking during episode 12 is written on my life plan. So you got to laugh at this stuff sometimes. You can't take yourself seriously. You can't. You got to loosen up, take it easy, just enjoy yourself and enjoy the ride. So this was episode 12. This was Soul Plans and Life Plans. And I think this goes very nicely into next week's episode, which is, do animals talk to divinity? Do they pray? Do they meditate? Do they speak to angels, gods, goddesses? And if they do, how is their go-to? How do they do it? And why do they do it? Do they feel the same need that we do, that we're searching? Or is it for something else? So that is what I wanted to say with that. That's next week's episode. Neely has a question, she says, or a statement or a comment. She says, when Sassy's new dad came to pick her up, you can't deny the connection. Yeah, I saw the video. I don't know if there's a past life there, but she looked at him as if they were reunited. It was amazing. I hope I get to do a past life reading with them, because it was amazing. It was an amazing, experience. I saw the video on HBR's page. It was so beautiful. It brought tears to my eyes, but everything brings tears to my eyes nowadays. So, but yes, you're 100% right. There is something. I think there's something there. It's very interesting. Sharon says, I have always believed in past lives, and I've always believed that my boys were meant to be mine. Thank you so much for this animal experience. We are crying here in tears of joy. We can't wait until next week. You're welcome. And give your boys a hug and a kiss from me, please, Sharon. So, episode 12, past lives. I hope that answered your questions. I am thrilled to be able to bring all these really mind-blowing topics to you all each week. And if you're looking for excuse me, sorry, I am choking. If you're looking for TAE, which is the animal experience, it can now be found on iTunes and downloaded as a podcast on iTunes and Google Play. And I have the links to Google Play here in the post of this. You just search the iTunes Music Store or under the podcasts, and you will find them. They're also available on YouTube. And if you're interested in a session or a reading with yours truly, please go to my website. It's www.coryellekramer.com. And if you have any, like I said before, if you have an idea for a topic, shoot it to me in an email at mail@coryellekramer.com or a PM and Facebook, please. Please. Always looking for new episodes, new ideas, whatever. Just shoot it to me. Everybody's loving it. Everybody's enjoying it. Dawn White says, this is amazing. I truly believe in past lives. I'm glad. I'm glad that this was a good show for you all. I look forward to bringing you more and more and more of the animal experience every week. I send until next week, again, Thursdays, 12 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Central, and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I send love to both you and your animals. Thank you again for joining the animal experience. I will see you next week. Thanks, everybody.